Hey everyone, this is Ida Pearl Lee, the Deputy Director of the Michigan Cannabis Industry Association. And thank you for being patient with us today. We took a little field trip. We are at Pure Options in the Frandor location. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
Good being here today.
Yeah, Sam, so you are one of our board members.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much for being a part of the association.
Thanks for supporting us in the industry, and if it wasn't for you guys, the industry would have a lot more problems.
So what I'd like to do first of all is just go around and have you all introduce yourselves, give your title, and just a brief description, of why you're in cannabis and why it's important to you for you to do what you do every day. Sam, you want to start?
Sure. So my name's Sam Usman. I'm the CEO of Pure Brands, more commonly or more known Pure Options, and then our grow facility is ProGrow. But I've been in the cannabis industry in one way or another for quite some time. I guess I started just because I've always been a facilitator in my life, and when we were young, people wanted to have some fun, and I was able to find some fun, and so that kind of turned into a bit of a lifestyle, over the years. And when I had the ability to get involved with the industry from a legal standpoint, I jumped right in. And initially, it was more for the ROI than it was for anything else. But then come to find out that we get to help people and make money at the same time, it was just a no-brainer. And that's when it kind of doubled down and really fought for legalization in Michigan. So okay. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. Yes, cool. Thank you.
I'll go. I'm Ryan, aka Pi, Tim Hosser. I'm the Director of Retail for Pure Options. We have 6 retail locations. I'm also the head of procurement. Sam and I go way back since middle school. Rock and I even before then. So it's always been a dream of mine to come back. I obviously grew up together. I was in Los Angeles for 11 years. I was a teacher and a coach. But being out there when it became legal in California and just being a part of it, as a connoisseur out there. And then obviously followed along with Sam's journey in building and growing the company and wanted to be a part of it. So I'm coming on 2 years with the company here.
Okay.
Loving it and looking to continue to expand.
Nice. What all are the locations that you guys have?
We currently have 4 in Lansing. We have 1 in Mount Pleasant and 1 in Muskegon.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
So I'll go next. I'm Brandon, aka Rock, last name Joseph. I guess, I kind of got involved in this through kind of default, not really, but I was pretty much a DJ in Chicago. I was in Chicago for like 15 years, DJing, traveling the world, doing my thing. We all grew up together. Sam and Pi right here have been everywhere with me, all over the world, we can say. Came back here for some family reasons. Sam always, when I was in Chicago, was trying to get me to come back when it first started. Like, it's really technical. I know you're good with this stuff. You can help do this and that. I never did pull the trigger. Obviously, circumstances happened. Came back here, which I try to shoot in with what I'm doing in the company as the creative director and just trying to, make things look cool and make sure that we're looking for the new coolest and always on top of things as the trends are going on and stuff that's going on in the industry. So that's kind of what I do.
How have your personal ventures helped you in your role at Pure Options?
Obviously, I don't know if you guys have been to any of our parties or anything we've done.
Just a
few. We go a little above and beyond of what we do. Been to any of our MSU tailgates, any of the things we've sponsored, stuff like that. We just don't want to do stuff. We want to kind of give people experiences and show them like what the culture is about and like try to take down a lot of this stigma. Everybody looks around like, just a bunch of potheads around here doing stuff. And it's not like that. It's your everyday person out here. It's your mom, your dad. They've been smoking weed this whole time. We all just found out. You know what I'm saying? We all, we see everybody's parents up in here. We see everybody's like aunts, uncles, and everything, and now it's just like, how do we all bring this together with, just having a good time and just creating a new culture of it's just fun, and that's just what we kind of do. And I think my whole DJing side of it just kind of helps with throwing parties, making people feel good, like Sam said.
We're very good at having fun.
Yeah. We are good facilitators and making, when people are looking for something, we usually can find it. And so that's kind of what happens.
Nice. Okay, Lloyd.
My name's Ryan Jocks. I'm one of the in-house attorneys. I focus mainly on compliance and licensing. And I've been with the company for almost 3 years now. Was in corporate law. June, 3 years.
I think I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was here. I started right as the actual commercial licensing system was coming online. So I was down in the trenches as we were getting our first licenses.
Okay.
Here in Lansing, which I guess we
Wow.
may go into a little bit later.
Mhm.
But I was in corporate law. It was very boring. So this was an easy pivot for me.
Okay.
Living in Michigan, seeing the corporate system come online, knowing there'd be a lot of regulatory red tape. And so I'm here to help as much as I can with that.
Okay. Do you have a personal story for cannabis, or did you just see the need to want to jump in and help? And
I've always been a user and
He gets hit.
I have a little bit of a free the plant mindset. Always have.
Okay.
So it was important to me as an industry to allow everybody in Michigan to use it the way they want.
Nice. I know a lot of our ancillary members, have like a personal story in order for them to be able to make that transition, just because it is so personal, and we are judged by our family and community, and so that's cool that you can just jump the gun and did it.
The company I was working for allowed me to go on a sabbatical.
Mhm.
And instead of going on a sabbatical, I just learned about cannabis.
Okay.
And then when it was over, I quit.
Took advantage
Hey,
of that.
that's awesome.
Goodbye, corporate America.
Right. Awesome.
I'm Micah Siegel. I'm general counsel for Pure Brands. I started the same day you did,
Yep.
Ryan. So I came here, although I started as a full-time employee about almost 3 years ago. I got called up by one of Sam's business partners, somebody I went to law school with, to come up and help just put some binders together for
He was
our,
bamboozled.
just
Surprise.
putting some 3-ring binders together.
All of us.
Yeah, put some 3-ring binders together, run them down to City Hall. This is our
Make
applications.
some money.
Yeah, make a couple quick bucks, just burn a couple weekends. And it was a 3-day coffee bender. And it wasn't just putting binders together. But anyway, we got all our applications in, and obviously we have all the stores we could ever possibly want in Lansing at this point. So hopefully. So, so I started full time 3 years ago, and haven't really looked back since. I was a corporate lawyer like Ryan, was general counsel for a Chinese company, and I was ready for a change. And so this opportunity presented itself, and I said, well, I like living in Michigan, so I'll move back, and here I am.
Okay. So right before we came on the air, Ryan, we were talking a little bit about the background as far as getting licensed. Will you share some more of that with us?
So I can start when I came into the commercial system. There's a long story before me with Sam being a part of the efforts to get the rec law passed.
Right.
But lucky for us, the city of Lansing was kind of on the forefront and had an ordinance ready when the medical licensing started. So we were lucky enough early on to be eligible via the Lansing ordinance to open up some retail shops pretty early on. So that's when I came on.
Okay.
Lansing allowed 28.
Yeah.
And we were awarded several of those. Basically right off the bat, and I think we were the second, third, and fourth retail location open in the city.
Wow, that's amazing.
And it's been off to the races since then. The grow facility followed fairly soon after that.
Not soon enough.
Not soon enough, but that,
Yeah.
commercial construction.
Right. And you're also getting your license for production as well, correct?
Yeah, so we're building out another 65,000 square feet in Lansing, which will be our processor license, our tissue culture lab, our breeding facility, and then our commercial nursery as well.
Wow.
So that that will be a pretty exciting project to wrap up, but that probably won't happen until first quarter of next year.
Okay. Yeah, that is exciting. Definitely moving forward, and you're growing tremendously.
We are,
23.
we are growing. So
Yeah. What's some of the culture at ProGrow?
Work hard, play hard.
Okay.
That's how, I guess, how we've gotten here. I mean, we've done it through perseverance, through grit. I've said this many times, where we kind of like ran through the wall instead of jumping over it. And now we're at that point where, we can be a little bit more elegant in how we get things done than before. But nobody had a playbook before. And so I just said, like, look, team, we got to work our asses off every single day, because we are going to make plenty of mistakes, and because there just isn't that playbook. So,
Right.
so basically, after you work that hard, you need to enjoy yourselves at some point. Otherwise, it's not going to be worth it. So, we try and reward ourselves by having some of these good times that, Rock throws
Right.
for us.
Absolutely.
So work hard, play hard.
How does that transition for all of you into the dispensaries with your employees?
I think a lot of that, saying that work hard, play hard.
Mm-hmm.
I try to bring a lot of my coaching and teaching. I did that for almost 20 years.
Okay.
Bring a lot of those those philosophies and those methods into the retail, into the dispensaries, coaching and training, and getting our staff, knowledgeable on products, but also being able to work together and have great teamwork and chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that just that vibe and that energy kind of carries over from the grow, really from Sam, starting off the company, as we build and grow to where we are today.
Okay. It seems like you guys have like a really close knit community here. I mean, you've all known
like
each
a
other.
family.
You've grown up.
Yeah.
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 We definitely spend more time with these guys than anybody else.
We're probably a little closer than we should be.
But that's cool, though. I mean, there's such a high turnover rate, within the cannabis industry, anyways, and so to see, the camaraderie between you all is really, it's neat to see.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's probably we're around 300 people across the company.
Oh, wow.
And I would think that there's probably a third of the company that's been with us since, almost day one,
Okay.
somewhere around there.
Yeah, that's actually really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It, I obviously there's always going to be turnover with any company. I mean, we live in a college town. People graduate, people leave, people,
Right.
there's, people have different life goals and whatnot. So, but I think for the most part, we've done a pretty good job of keeping people around.
Absolutely. Well, I think a lot of people too get into this industry thinking it's just a party, not realizing there is work behind it, and then you can party. Yeah, work hard, play harder.
Well, everyone I know thinks that. My dad and all them, they think that we like smoke at work all day.
Right.
I'm like, it's so illegal. Like,
Right.
You can't even do it. It's like,
Yeah, it's like I'm actually going to work from
Yeah.
9 to 5.
We do have responsibilities.
Exactly.
I don't know about that 9 to 5.
yeah.
Well, right.
We do get free weed.
Yeah.
Samples.
Yeah.
Employee
Employee samples.
Yes.
Yes.
Put it in the metric.
Of course.
Every time.
Love the metric.
Every time. Properly weighted.
So, what was your experience with Cannacast?
It was interesting.
Okay.
We weren't really sure what to expect, and they had their clear objectives, and I think ours was really just to show the general public who we are, what we do, how we do it, why we do it. And they came and toured our grow, and which we're really proud of, because I think that we do it as well as anybody in the entire state.
Right.
And to be quite honest with you, probably as well as anybody in the entire country. So so we showed off a little bit there. Then we took them up to Torch Lake to show them what Michigan does in the summers, and so we got to party with them on the 4th of July. Really hungover, so that wasn't great, but I think it was a good time. I mean, it was I think it was was fun for everybody to be involved and just to see like what a real production was like.
Well, I was there for the dinner party, so that
Yes,
was
you were.
really cool to be a part of. Yeah,
Yeah, it was nice because there was almost 40 of us on staff that went up there, plus Can of Cribs. So
yeah.
it wasn't just working with them, for the actual show, but we were hanging out with them. We had dinner.
Right.
It was a whole weekend. So just the involvement, interaction was really smooth and went over really well.
That's really neat.
We probably did some other shit too, but I don't really remember. So.
Yeah. Well, you are on Torch Lake. What are some of the social equity programs that you all have done and within the community?
Yeah, it's kind of a long list, but I can hit on some highlights. I know every year we do a toy drive, food drive.
Okay.
We do a lot of work with the Lansing Food Bank.
Mhm.
So one of the things we do is when in season, a lot of work in their gardens. They have community gardens all over the city.
I was sweating.
Yeah.
I promise.
It was.
There's a picture somewhere.
You can picture that. He had a wheelbarrow and a shovel.
Yeah, a straw hat. He had a straw hat on.
They may have been props, but
He was there for the
He was
picture.
there.
He got out, picture, back in.
he was there.
That's awesome.
And the staff likes that. They like to get out and get their hands dirty. A lot of retail staff participated. A lot of folks from the Grow participated.
Okay.
The admin team,
Our processing team.
processing team. Yeah, it's been a really good one. So
That I think that's probably like one of my favorite ones I've done so far. It's just
yeah,
I love gardening and just
it
growing
was
our
so
own
hot.
food.
It was so hot when we were volunteering, and they had, for whatever reason, limited water supply. So we
Oh.
actually donated a truck full of bottles of water too.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So I think Rock was
Yeah.
with me. We unloaded that into one of their
Yeah.
warehouses. So that was also fun.
Wow.
Um, Recently, we had a roundup for the last prison.
Last Prisoner Project.
Last prisoner
Oh,
project
nice.
help
Okay.
Improperly incarcerated individuals get out of prison.
Well,
Recently,
and real quick, I'm sorry, Rock, you have a record expunged too.
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
That's awesome.
He was a
Well,
trap star.
part of it. Part of
It
it.
was, I, wasn't a, I don't even know how to say it. I made a
It's
mistake.
gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now. You know what I'm saying? It's gone now, and I
But
moved
it's
on
off
in my
your
life.
record, and that's
You know
the
what I'm
most
saying? I
important
had
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
a troubled life as a youth, and
He grew up in East Lansing.
I was misguided by the East Lansing system. Okay, and he got me. But no, but it really, I think I was one of the first kind of in the program. I remember Robin kind of sent me, and I remember I was out of town somewhere for the one here, so I had to fly back into town. I had to go to Pontiac to do it, but I did it, and it was the easiest process ever. They did everything, they handled everything. I literally got my situation expunged like it was the day before Christmas. And I remember that was my lady.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
It was
Yeah.
she was like, Merry Christmas, and I almost hugged her. And I was like, man, I don't know if you hug judges, but I tried, but it was really, it really helped me. There's so many things that I now look back. I guess me being a DJ, I never really thought about it because I never really had to have a job like that.
True.
But
Okay.
there's so many people, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many people that like tried to were trying to get jobs and things like that they can't get. I do remember I applied for Quicken Loans one time. And they said no. That's probably why,
Right.
because of that.
You're automatically
major
discriminated
record that I had.
against, yeah.
But then they misfiled it at the state too, and it was said it was a felony, and it wasn't a felony.
Oh,
So,
geez.
I lived with that for 20 years of my life.
Does
Thank you, Michigan.
so Rock was one of our inspirations. We actually held our first annual expungement clinic as well.
Oh,
We hosted a clinic
nice. Okay.
to help folks with past cannabis convictions get those expunged from their records.
Wow.
So he's right. Once you have that removed, it's a huge burden off your back. Credit scores, credit checks, trying to rent a place, they'll exclude people from rentals if they have a felony or misdemeanor in their background.
Wow.
Job
Getting pulled over.
opportunities.
Getting pulled over by the cops.
Yep.
It's already-
So we participate in any
Wow.
expungements
So they
that
really
we
just
can.
go after you. Unfortunately.
Yeah. And now there's a new law that passed recently over the last year and a half or so that makes it a lot easier. It's a lot faster process. So
Okay.
if you're in Michigan and you have a cannabis related conviction, reach out.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
So let's switch over to the summer annual. I heard there was an A and B golf team.
Oh,
What's the story on this?
I
What's going
saw
on?
this is the thing, really.
One of our
A and B
subcultures,
team mess.
a slowly arising subculture here is
Yeah.
golf,
Yeah.
golf culture, and MiCIA hosts a big golf tournament that we've come in second twice now. I think.
Oh, is it second?
It's rigged. We know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That was red.
Yeah.
We keep coming in second to these teams that don't look like they come to your other events. So I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah. We're definitely checking with their board members this year.
So we had some tryouts, internal tryouts for the A team.
Okay.
Rock had to play our director of operations.
Nice.
There may or may not be a putting green in the office.
I believe.
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
believe
Really
he-
taking this
He
serious.
may have been really bad in sandals.
He was wearing sandals in the rain. In the rain.
Yeah, in the rain. It was raining and he had sandals on. And it was just a mind trick, I think he did. Got me. And I did really bad that day. And I got bumped to the B team.
He got bumped.
You
What?
know? Yeah.
What's going on
and
with
that's,
that?
you know,
Come on.
that's
But we
why-
had a good time on the
Yeah, but
the
the
B
B
squad.
team
Yeah.
was the best team to be on.
Yeah.
Because we were lit. We
Yeah.
I'm like, you know,
I think we had to
everybody
retrieve them from the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time.
That's
So
Had the same hole 4 times.
yeah, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Not far from that.
This year we're supposed to be bringing up 400 members, so it's going to be. I think we're going to have 2
Wow.
conferences or 2 golf
Oh,
tournaments.
wow.
2 golf tournaments.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
So
what's
maybe
gonna
we'll
be.
add a C team.
ABCND now.
Yeah.
Team.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe.
Teams for tournament.
Same might actually make a team this year.
Oh, you don't want this Charles Barkley
Coming
out
back
there.
with Tiger Woods this year.
And then I know there was something I was supposed to ask about the boat party.
Yeah, that was a good time. We made it out to the sandbar, and our buddies from Breeze or Trucenta jumped on the boat, and obviously everybody's having a real good time. I think Homegrown was on the boat at that time as well, and someone decided to dive face first into the water.
I think he was going after football. But
In the sandbar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we were on my sea legs, so we're like out of the water, a couple feet, and
Oh
the
man.
water was like, maybe 3 foot deep, and he dove straight in and broke his collarbone, and then the ambulance on the water came and took him off the boat.
right.
So it wasn't the funnest experience by any means.
Wow.
But a lot worse for him than worse for me.
No diving off any boats at the sandbar this year.
Yeah.
No diving.
No
No
diving.
diving.
But I heard that
in your bathtub either.
What?
That's about how deep it is.
It's called a sandbar.
Exactly.
But the boat party was fun outside of that.
Yeah. How's he doing? Do you know?
I think he recovered.
Okay.
I
I remember seeing him walking, I think with his girlfriend or someone.
Oh man, the sling the whole.
Yeah, yeah.
We won't ever do it again.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
heck no. And then, can you go into some detail about the ties to the field house? What's that all about?
So being from the Lansing area and considering Rock is really old, we needed to find a place where we all could go and hang out and not feel like we were as old as we are, and so we decided to purchase the field house about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And we're huge Michigan State fans, and so it was just another way for us to kind of add some value to the community because it needs it.
Right.
And so we've done a bunch of different events up there, and just we have a lot of fun up there. I guess
Okay,
is really what it
cool.
boils down to.
Yeah. Again, I love the community involvement. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's part of our job, being from the area is to make the community a better place to live. I mean it's been one of our goals, I think collectively, since day one. So we do what we can to make everything around us better.
Right.
Or so we think we're contributing. But
Right. What are some of the events that are up and coming for this year?
well, we just got our consumption license.
Oh,
Events
congratulations.
license.
That's
A little
awesome.
while, well, probably 2-3 months ago, something like that.
Several months ago, yeah.
Okay.
And
An
and
event
so,
organizer license.
Yeah.
yep. So we've got we're planning a lot of stuff for the fall.
Okay.
I don't really want to say where it is right now, but we do have another facility that we'll do a lot of private events at.
Nice.
And so we've got a I think a pretty big meet and greet coming next Saturday with one of the the bigger Michigan rappers. T Grizzly will be here.
Oh, wow.
We're picking up his flower line.
You heard it first.
What's that?
You heard it first.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I haven't said that out loud yet.
This
So,
is
Wow.
release. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I didn't even know. Did
I
you
didn't
know?
know.
Yeah.
Find-
The lawyer's
I gotta do this work.
Yeah. You gotta go submit that to MRA.
so we've got that. We're like I said, this fall we've signed some pretty big licensing deals to bring some of the best strains across the country
Awesome.
to Michigan. We signed a licensing deal with one of the best breeders in Michigan. And so we'll be launching those 2 different licensing deals in late summer, early fall.
Okay.
And what else we got going on?
Tailgates, always tailgates.
Yeah, don't forget the tailgates.
Okay.
We're gonna be-
Didn't you go to? You went to a tailgate?
Yeah.
I did, but I wasn't at your tailgate.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, you missed out.
I know I missed that. I heard all about it.
Yeah.
they were there.
Yes,
Yeah,
they were
that's
there.
right.
I will be there this year.
Look at Jesse
No, I saw that. I mean, we're trying to get as many events as we can as soon as the weather breaks. Obviously, we're kind of in the planning stage, so we really don't want to say too much, but
Right. Okay.
just be ready because we're gonna hit you guys hard this summer.
Well, yeah.
Hard.
Give us two
So
your
you guys
events.
will,
and
we'll
put them on
definitely get the
website.
invites and be the first to know, but we're gonna go. We're going ham this year.
Nice.
We're not hosting, but we are participating as a vendor, as one of the sponsoring vendors of a big festival, vending and consumption festival
Yeah.
up in Muskegon this summer
Oh,
called
fun.
Cannacast.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Okay.
think the headline is Bone Thugs.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, that'll be a good.
and then what are the other bands, Rock?
I don't know if that's confirmed. It was confirmed, but
Heard it here first.
I definitely heard that one here first too. I don't know if you were supposed to hear that one, but
I should have read the emails. It's happening.
Cannabash.com.
Breaking news on MiCIA.
Yeah, it's
I like
coming
it.
soon. But yeah, some bigger names in the hip hop community will be at this. It's pretty good lineup for Muskegon. I think everybody in Muskegon's gonna love the
Okay.
lineup they put together. It's a little mix of everything up in there. It's not just hip hop. They got some other bands playing and stuff like that. Just
Right.
So obviously there's some stuff going around here, but
We've got a licensing deal with Grizz, who's a pretty well known EDM DJ from Michigan, and he's performing at Electric Forest. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
that'll be a really big deal for for him, obviously,
Absolutely.
and I'm sure we'll be dropping one of his exclusive strains around that time. So I mean, we've got a bunch of stuff. It's just kind of in the works right now, so I don't want to say anything definitively. But
Right.
a lot of licensing deals. There's definitely going to be some performances in I would say early fall, and I don't know.
Lots of exciting stuff coming up.
Definitely.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else before we go that you'd like to touch on that we can touch on or talk about? Any last minute shout outs? What's your favorite flower to smell?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
program.
I mean, I guess we just wanted to thank you guys for doing everything you guys do for the industry. Like I said, we'd have a lot more problems, and I know that anytime we have issues, we get on the phone with Robin and team, and we get things solved. So like I said, I really just want to thank you guys for everything you guys do.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And in turn, thank you for being a board member and for everything that you do and giving back and your standards. And it's important to have integrity in this industry.
Yeah, there's not much of it, so
No.
I would like to think that
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, cut.
What time was that?
And the real podcast starts right now.
But yeah, no, we like I said, I just want to thank you guys for everything you do.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it, and for hosting us and having us come in and invade your space. And
Thanks for making the field trip.
yeah, absolutely. It was fun getting out of the office.
Appreciate it.
I think we're going to switch over to our shout out for our ancillary company.
You came on season 2 of the podcast, and about a year ago. What are some things that are new with Lighten Up?
Well, there's been some exciting things going on with us. We've since last time we've expanded into doing a little bit more billboards out there with some of our vendors and doing some to get more exposure going. We've also done some radio shows. So a couple things that are real exciting to us is we've sponsored the Free Beer and Hot Wings show for the 101.5 area, the Banana area listening. So that's been kind of cool, seeing our names on this national syndicated show, hearing us. And then we've also done the Double XL show, and then the 8-1 show on Club 93.7 with B-Ray, and that's been pretty cool. And doing Strain of the Week through B-Ray, and having him come into our shop, looking at our product, me giving him some samples, and him telling everybody in Flint of what kind of product we have at the store.
Awesome. Really attacking the airwaves from what it sounds like.
Trying to do everything we can.
Cool. What are some things our viewers and Lighten Up customers can look forward to in this month?
Well, good thing you said. So we got a 420 giveaway. So on 421, but all the way up to 420, we're giving away up to 5 pounds of flour to patients. So what we've done is we've actually took 5 pounds. We've got 5 donors that came through and donated a pound apiece. That's Valorcraft, that's U-Baked, Redemption Cannabis, Frosted Farms, and Goldkind. They've all donated a pound apiece and we're giving it away. So what we're going to do is we're going to give away 3 pounds to all of our patients. And how that's going to work is your first place winner is going to get 1 pound of marijuana split up between the 5. The second place will get a half a pound of cannabis split up between the 5. The third place will get a 1/4 pound. And then after that, we're going to give away 18 ounces on top of that. That's the first raffle that we got going. The only thing you got to do with that is just come in the store, spend $50, you get a raffle ticket. It's per transaction. So if you come back 100 times, you can get 100 different tickets if you want to put in there. So it's per transaction. Be very smart about that. So hey, I'm giving you guys the inside right here. So the other one that we're doing on that same day is we're doing one for just veterans only. So, we're a big veteran company with Kurt being our veteran here, and we like to give back. So we took 2 pounds of that and we separated it for them. And we're doing 4 1/4 pounds to veterans, and then 16 ounces after that. And so there's going to be 41 winners that could potentially win total, 20 veterans, and it'd be 21 of our regular patients that'll get in. So the veteran bucket is way smaller than the other one. I can tell you that. I see it all the time because we're not going to have a ton of veterans that are coming in, but we try to get everybody we can. So if you know anyone with the veterans, you only have to spend $10 and you get a ticket per transaction. So
Per transaction.
per transaction. So if you're a veteran, you're going to come spend $100. Might be sense to go out to the car and back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Do whatever you got to do there. So, just to get as many tickets as you can. So, and this is going to be high quality product. We're not doing any of the BS buds. We're not doing any of the shake. I'm not just taking a whole bunch of bottom stuff that I get and put it together and say, here you go. This is stuff that's going to be higher testers. I explained to each one of our vendors, hey, look, this is your name, your brand, your flower. I'm just the middle guy trying to give it out to the people. Take that and run with it and make sure you give me some good stuff. And some of the product I know we're getting is going to be really good.
That is absolutely phenomenal. You got me out here trying to coordinate when I can make it up there.
Hey, I've been putting tickets in for myself, come on.
So this will be available until the 21st, you said?
So at 8:00 on the 20th, we're going to cut off the raffle.
Okay,
on the
gotcha.
21st, we're gonna announce all the winners, and all the winners will. Some of the winners is going to take up to a couple months to get your product as you go, because we have to do it in stages and I'm basing everything off of the medical law. So off of the 10 ounces a month and that type of stuff. So you're going to have to get it appropriately, and then the ounce winners will be able to get it right away. And the quarter pound should get it over a few days, and then same with the half a pound. We also have, right now, I have 8 or 9 vendors coming for 420. So we're doing a big event that day. I have one vendor from 4 to 8 called Old School. They're going to give away basically 2 pounds of marijuana. First 200 people in get free pre-rolls. So it's really a 7-pound giveaway on that day when it's all said and done, and some, because I have vendors coming in doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. I think it'll be a good day. It's going to be a great Wednesday. The weather's looking so far. So hopefully we get 50, 60s,
It sounds like you're going to have lighten up looking like Cedar Point on opening day. Oh,
I'm
man.
going to try, man. I'm trying, I'm trying. I should put a slide off the building. That'd be fun.
Right. It's they're gonna have to make a HOV lane for lighting up in traffic.
Man. Whatever we could do, man. We're just trying to get back to the community, get back to our veterans, and try to let everybody know who we are and what we're about.
That's great. That's great. So visit Lighten Up on 420. Cutoff is at 8:00 on 420, and they're going to be doing the raffle right on the 21st.
We're going to be doing the raffle on the 21st. We're giving everyone opportunity on 420 to be able to get into the raffle.
Gotcha. You heard it here.